Today, a man who pled guilty to shooting into a car and killing a passenger on the highway in 2020 will be spending 20 years behind bars for the crime. Melissa Rademacher was in the courtroom today and takes us back to the day of that shooting.
It was November of 2020. At about 1:30 in the afternoon, a witness called police saying they'd seen someone shoot into another car on Interstate 26. That shooting left one person injured and one dead. U.S. Marshals arrested Kimani Pinckney after a chase through North Charleston, and he has been in jail since December of 2020, charged with the murder of Marcellus Haynes. Pinckney negotiated with the state to plead guilty to voluntary manslaughter, a lesser charge that carries 10 to 20 years in prison compared to murder's minimum of 30 years. The judge said a violent crime this serious requires consequences and handed down a 20-year sentence, giving Pinckney credit for the about 4 years he's already served. During the hearing, Pinckney had a handful of family members come in support, saying they would keep him on the right path in the future. The victim's grandmother spoke emotionally to Pinckney. She said she has taken over care for the victim's 2 children, and she begged the court for answers.
But those children asked me, the little girl was about 7 years old, she asked me, Nana, why? Why did they kill my dad? I don't have the answer. Maybe the young man has the answer, so I can tell them.
The judge asked Pinckney, now 26 years old, if he had anything to say, and the defendant said no. The judge asked again, prying deeper into what the motive for the shooting was, but Pinckney stayed quiet. The judge said, quote, "This is just another senseless event. Young people not knowing how to behave in a civilized world. Seems like everybody has a gun with no better sense than to use it with the least provocation, and it has lifelong consequences. Somebody is dead, and somebody is going to jail for a long time. I really couldn't tell you why," end quote. Prosecutors shared they believe Haynes was an innocent passenger caught up in a dispute between the drivers. Marcellus Haynes' grandmother said during the hearing, despite the guilty plea, she doesn't feel whole because she doesn't have answers about what happened to her son to take back to his children. In Charleston, Melissa Rademacher, Live 5 News.